set up there, nice and low.
Welkom win the first penalty of the day, and they will be relieved for that. They've had a very, very turbulent first 3 minutes.
Probably a better way. There's a good throw. As I say, it overthrows it. Yeah, goes the big lock forward there.
Yeah, that's Stefan Kruger. Scrappy, he picks up the pieces, and now a penalty is coming the way of Sacs, but they've got men over on the left if they decide to use it. They do use it, and it's Daniel Grant, the vice captain, stitches and all, goes over for the first try of the game.
Yeah, you'll see it here. Nice little, yeah, just straight through the middle. Not the greatest of defense there. There are 3 guys, they all looked at each other. Your man, my man, oops, try.
Mike Skeelers, the inside centre, is the man who will take the kicking tee from the off. These things seem to get higher and higher. Jadwin Solomon's getting us back underway. And there's the try scorer, Grant. Not that it upsets Tandu Satole. Oh, that's great work from Grant. Little one-handed catch. Got to be careful now not to get isolated as Imtiaz Abrahams. Abrams comes infield for Matt Forbes. Sanka, the captain. Kruger with a little bit of a sidestep himself. They come back, Potgieter feeds out. They've got men on the far side there, Sacs. A high tackle is called. They are going to get a penalty here. They're going to tap and go, and they're going to tap and go quickly. And there's the man you were talking about earlier, Quewinn Lackay. He's moved from the wing, he's gone to fullback. You said he was a sidestepper, Wayne. And there we go, there's the perfect demonstration of what he can do.
Yeah, you gotta watch this guy. It's Skills. Yep, he's got another one.
Skills from Skills, 14-0 to Sacs. And here's that try again.
Now watch him here. He just stands, steps and goes. 1, 2, 3. Right time. Scrums have been better. Gimnasium, Welkom, little dummy. Oh, lovely line there, Andy.
There is that line we were talking about that almost worked for them earlier. Oh, surely a forward pass back to Farmer. No, says the referee, and try time for Welkom. We saw the opening chances of this happening off the last scrum, or 2 scrums ago, and now it has come to fruition. Great work from Welkom. They've had no ball, they've had no territory. They've been hanging on in there for dear life, and now it comes back to them.
There we go. Yeah, you can see, this is the end of it. Some space, some speed out there.
Yeah, Rivaldo Farmer is the try scorer. Again, he's another one, had a sketchy start, couple of bad passes. But when they got Ruan Theron on the ball, everything started looking dangerous. Jadwin Solomon's coming into the line. It was questionable, but the referee's given it. And that's just slid to the right. Be interested to see that last pass again. Makes no difference now, there's 5 points on the board. We see the break, Nathan Muller it was. Oof. Ruan Theron throws it back inside. Rivaldo Farmer, Craven Week 2024.
We're going to have a tap and go, Andy.
RJ Cunningham. Cameron Hurst, Dianti, Max Bester, all going to make an appearance very soon. But on the field, Sacs are trundling their way up towards the try line, and they get their 3rd of the day. It's a good power, that front row. As we said, with ball in hand, looking dangerous. They're looking powerful. They're looking like they could score at any moment. And I think that'll be the final act of this first half for that man. Right there.
We did a little Gregan there, but the road was closed. Pick and go. Should have stopped him there. 3 guys on him. Good power, good leg drive. Try.
Yeah, Lackay was in there again, the fullback.
Yes.
Causing all sorts of problems. I think it was Qawe Sawuka who was the man who managed to just get over the line. And his reward is to come and sit down and have a little bit of a break. That was a fantastic bit of work from Potgieter to play that. And now they've won another penalty, and Sacs just turning the momentum, just turning the screw. And then they take the tap and go. Lucky they didn't touch that. Bester. Now, they isolated out here. Skeelers comes in field, does well, doesn't die with the ball, stays alive. Bester. He said dig it out, not quite as quick as he'd have wanted it. Dove. Staying with the forwards, but there's the knock on. I think we'll come back for the penalty. We will. Not back 10 as well. Maybe a little warning coming from the referee here.
Yeah, a little chat there. They've had 3-4 penalties in a row now, so.
The kick for 3, just as we approach half time. As we said, Luke McKenzie, his father Neil from King Edward School. There's no behavioural change in there in the first 35 minutes. That's a big scrum from Welkom. They've got to squeeze on. Bester's got to really dig in there. Potgieter is going to go to touch, and he is going to end the first half. A first half that Sacs have dominated. It's not been pretty at times, but they've taken their chances down in the red zone. Gimnasium. As we look at the highlights from the first half, we can see here a lot of short range efforts. That one from Daniel Grant got us off to a flyer, and there's the little man Lackay, the fullback from Sacs, fighting for that ball and then stepping pretty much the whole pack. Wayne next to me, Wayne Jackson, called it. He was going to be a danger beforehand, and then true as Bobby was, and then maybe a bit of a dodgy last pass, but it was Rivaldo Farmer that brought the scores back closer together with a opportunistic try. And there's Lackay again getting involved, and then eventually this ball comes out to Sawuka. Puts his head down, gets a drive on, should be stopped, isn't. Great leg drive, and there's the try from the big man, the big loose head prop. Which means it's 24 points to 5 to Sacs. They haven't necessarily played too well and too much fluidity. And maybe Welkom have made it easy for them, but they're well deserved of their lead, Wayne.
Yeah, definitely. They've been the better team. Welkom Gimnasium, they haven't had the ball. They've had the ball once, they went wide and they went and scored. Even with a dodgy forward pass, but that's the way it goes. This is the third kick that this has not gone the distance, so that's a killer. The momentum, the old halftime speech, get there boys, let's get going, get in the game, and then
Welkom now, it's almost like they've been kicked into life as well.
They have.
That is a long pass out to Jadwin Solomons, who manages to get his arms free. Unfortunately, they're into touch. They think they're in, they're not.
Oh dear.
Solomons is apoplectic with anger. He doesn't feel he was in touch. Maybe we'll see that again, but
oh, that's just cruel.
Welkom finally, but that foot just in touch as they look to go left. Here's Solomons, keep your eyes peeled, guys. There's the offload.
Yeah.
Well done, Mr. Assistant Referee. You got it absolutely spot on. But a warning sign from Welkom all the same. That right-hand winger, he's now got the ball in hand and finding space. And there's the chip and the chase. Who's got the gas? Potgieter's back there. He has to take the tackle. He'd do well just to put that ball down over his own line and take the 5-metre scrum, because that is a try. That ball was still live, and of course if that ball goes back over the try line, that becomes the offside line. And the man who I said was making an impact when he first came on, Byron Klaassen,
They're just waiting for the kicking tee. He says, don't worry about that. I'll just do the conversion. I'll just drop it myself. Here we go. Little chip. Originally, yeah, Potgieter did really well there. He stopped that there. He still got it. He's trying to get up. Then he places it back. There's the try.
Now Potgieter, he skews it down the middle of the field. This is going to give Cello a chance to get a run up, but he's not. He's going to give it to the gas man, Makapan. Throws a little hitch kick. He is the man who set up the last try when he found some space. You feel that Welkom are just starting to find some confidence here. That's Kruger. Bell, his second row mate, clears out for him, and now they look to go wide. That's a nice short line. Running a nice pass out the back from Skeels. That ball's not exactly on a plate for Forbes, but they don't care. They're going to make the most of it. And there's the big man again, in for his second. Sawuka. Flanker last season. Prop this season. Out of doubt.
Yeah, some good carries. He had one just a couple of minutes ago. Stretches. There we go.
Nah, like a freight train. The impressive thing from both of his finishes have been the leg drive. He doesn't stop once he hits contact and continues to drive the legs.
He's obviously been in gym. He hasn't missed the leg day then since playing flank.
Skills adds the extras. A bit of relief for Sacs, who are wobbling.
There, just the hole opened up as well. You got to double eat them. One high, one low. You can't eat the guy on the top of his chest.
Buchan manages to lay the ball back. Sacs not rolling away. Referee's all right with it. Now we're going to start. There's an overload out on the right and a poor pass from Farmer. For someone who played Craven Week last year, his fast passing's not been on the money today. We haven't probably seen enough of Machler but
yeah, that's I was going to think.
And Krieger as well. But will they have the final say? They've got a chance. That's a lovely break from Williams through the gap. Jaden Solomons. There's a knock on. The referee's definitely going to confer on the far side with his assistant referee, and they confirm what we all thought on the last play of the game, is that Welkom have knocked it on. Well, it was scrappy at times, but we see Nathan Potgieter just making his way back onto the field after a stunning 65-minute performance from him. He is going to be the NMI Toyota man of the match, and that is the end of the second game here. And it sees Sacs run out winners against Welkom Gimnasium, 31 points to 12.
Yeah, the Sacs, they were the better team.